Welcome to the Road to Excel, Kick Up the Dust. I'm glad that you've joined us as we start off this journey of growing in the area of a servant's heart. You know, the road to excel is being real, obedient, active disciples who are seeking to surpass, who are seeking to excel where they've been, what they've done, who they are, and an opportunity to grow and become more like Christ and to grow as people. And so what better way to start as we dive into Kicking Up the Dust, week 1, as we look at growing with a servant's heart and excelling, being real, active, obedient disciples with a servant's heart. What better way to start excelling in this area than looking at the words of Jesus that he gives his disciples in Matthew chapter 20, verses 25 through 28. He tells them, you know, look at the Gentiles. Those who lead, they lord it over those that they lead. And their great men exercise authority over them. But it's not to be that way with you. For the one who wishes to be great should become as your servant. And the one who wants to be first shall become as your bondservant. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Here at this point, before Jesus goes to the cross, he's talking to his disciples and he's giving them a picture of greatness, what it means to be great. Greatness isn't this high position. Greatness isn't this place of power. It isn't this place of authority per se, as much as it is having the heart to serve. If you want to be great, you got to learn to serve. If you want to be great, if you want to be first, you got to learn to serve. Learn how to look out for others. Learn how to minister to others. You know, a servant is one who runs errands through the dust. They're willing to get dirty. When I think about that in the heart of God, that Jesus is willing to come to the earth and run through the dust to get to us. He's willing to run the errands that no one else would, no one else could, only he could do to come and share the love and the heart of God with us. And then he's calling us as disciples to be able to do the same thing. The thing I love about this text is that it gives us this picture of what one in authority is. The one in authority, it's a picture of someone sitting on the other's shoulders. And the one on authority is not the one on top. It's the one who's underneath holding them up. You know, that's why kids love to ride on their dad's shoulders, because they can see from a higher point of view. They can look further. You position them to see things that they couldn't, and standing at their height of just being a little toddler. You know, that's the beautiful thing about being a servant. You get to lift others higher so they can see further, so they can go higher, and they can see things that maybe they couldn't see before. They can feel things that they didn't feel before. And that's what the picture is. It's the one who is standing under the other, the one with the understanding of the weight of what the other is the one who is leading and has authority. They position themselves to serve. That's what we can do in our life. We can do it with the people around us, with our family, our spouse, our children, our co-workers, our customers, everybody we encounter. How can we serve? How can we make you see the value that you are? Jesus, in his understanding, because he understands the condition that we're in, he also gives a gift. He doesn't come to take from us. He comes to give us his life as a ransom for our souls, and he set us free. When we seek to understand those that we serve, when we consider them before ourselves, when we're understanding the weight, you know, part of understanding is knowing the weight of the people, it's knowing the weight of the task, the cost, the decisions, and the responsibility. It's knowing what it feels like to be that person, putting yourself in another person's shoes so that you can understand them, so that you can serve them. And sometimes when we don't know where to start, we need to consider others before ourselves. Ask a question, observe maybe what their needs are, ask questions about what they're facing, and then think about the solutions that you can bring as someone to serve. This is the way that we exhibit and display the love of Christ, the heart of Christ to those around us through serving others. The thing I love about it is anybody can serve. Anybody can serve. You just have to have a heart to start with the people that are closest to you, to lift them higher. Seek to understand rather than to be understood. And seek to give your life, to lay your life on the line so that they may know the heart of God. Hey, as we close out this thought this morning, I want to ask you a question. What are the areas in your life that you need Jesus to serve you? Those areas that you maybe want to close off because they really need some care, they really need some attention. You really need to know that Jesus understands. Invite him into those areas. He came to run through the dust to get to you. And I want you to think about all that he would do just to get into your heart in those areas and begin to serve you there. And in the way that he serves you, go and give that service to those around you. Hey, week 1, running through the dust, kicking up the dust. That's what we're doing here together. Let's serve one another the way Christ has served us.